If you've ever said the words, "I can't sleep," to yourself at 2 in the morning, you're not alone. In fact, that sentence might be one of the most commonly spoken phrases in bedrooms across the world. It feels factual, final, like a diagnosis carved in stone. But here's the thing most people don't realize. "I can't sleep" isn't a description of what's happening, it's a belief. And beliefs, especially the ones we repeat at night, have a remarkable amount of power over the body and brain. On today's episode, we're talking about how your beliefs about sleep can be more than just ruminations at night. They can be detrimental to your rest. I'm Jay, and this is Somnilopod. Hello everybody, welcome back. I am so glad that you decided to join me. Now tonight and every night after, your sleep is influenced not just by caffeine or screens or stress, but by the quiet story you tell yourself about your ability to rest. And the science is very clear on this. When the brain believes sleep is impossible, it shifts into a state that makes sleep harder, not easier. The human brain is not particularly good at distinguishing between an actual threat and a perceived one. From an evolutionary standpoint, that made sense. If your brain thought danger might be coming, it prepared your body to survive. The problem is that insomnia can hijack that same survival system. When you think, "I can't sleep," your brain doesn't interpret that as a neutral observation. It hears uncertainty, loss of control, and threat. The result? The nervous system subtly shifts into alert mode. Your heart rate increases just a little, muscles hold a little bit of tension, cortisol, the stress hormone, gets a quiet invitation to the party. And this is why insomnia often feels so unfair. You're exhausted. You want to sleep, but your body is acting as if something needs watching, guarding, or solving. And this isn't weakness, it's conditioning. Over time, the bed itself can become associated with effort, frustration, and vigilance. The brain learns that nighttime equals problem solving. And once that learning takes hold, the belief, "I can't sleep," stops being just a thought. It becomes a cue. One of the cruel paradoxes of sleep is that the harder you try to force it, the more elusive it becomes. We've all experienced that. Sleep is not a behavior like walking or talking. It's a biological state that emerges when conditions are right. You don't do sleep. You allow it. But when someone believes they can't sleep, the natural response is to try harder, to monitor, to check the clock, to evaluate every sensation in your body. Am I relaxed enough? Is my breathing right? Am I still awake? Unfortunately, this consistent self-monitoring activates the very parts of the brain that are least compatible with sleep. You're essentially shining a spotlight on a process that requires dim lighting. Research in sleep psychology shows that people with chronic insomnia often experience something called sleep effort. It's a well-intended but counterproductive attempt to control the involuntary process. The more effort applied, the more the nervous system stays engaged. In other words, believing "I can't sleep" leads to behaviors that quietly confirm the belief. And when you believe you don't sleep, you may be actually unintentionally lying to yourself. Here's a piece of good news that surprises a lot of people. Many individuals who say they didn't sleep at all actually slept more than they think. And this process is called sleep state misperception. The brain, especially when hyper alert, can underestimate sleep time. Light sleep gets dismissed as not real sleep, and brief awakenings feel a lot longer than they actually are. So someone wakes up in the morning genuinely convinced that they were awake all night, when objectively, their body cycled through multiple stages of sleep. And this matters because the belief I didn't sleep feeds the next night's anxiety, even when the body has proven it knows how to rest. Your brain may be far more capable than your confidence allows. One of the most powerful and limiting beliefs people develop is the idea that they are bad sleepers. I never slept well, insomnia runs in my family, and this is just how I'm wired. Over time, these statements stop describing experience and start defining identity. And once insomnia becomes a part of who you believe you are, the brain resists evidence to the contrary. From a neuroscience perspective, this makes sense. The brain values predictability. Even unpleasant patterns feel safer than uncertainty. If wakefulness is familiar, the brain sticks with it. But sleep ability is not a fixed trait. It's a flexible system influenced by learning and safety and expectation. People don't lose the ability to sleep. They lose trust in it. And trust, importantly, can be rebuilt. Here's a gentle but powerful reframe. Instead of arguing with the thought, I can't sleep, you acknowledge it and remove its authority. Rather than, I can't sleep, something is wrong, try, sleep is not happening yet. My body knows how to rest, even if my mind is noisy. This isn't just positive thinking, it's accurate thinking. When you stop demanding sleep and instead focus on rest, comfort, stillness, safety, the nervous system begins to downshift. Breathing deepens naturally, muscles relax without instruction, and the brain gets the message that it no longer needs to stand guard. Sleep often follows quietly when no one is watching. The goal isn't to convince yourself that sleep will be perfect. It's to replace rigid, catastrophic beliefs with flexible, compassionate ones. Helpful beliefs sound like this. Even resting helps my body. Being awake doesn't mean tomorrow is ruined. Sleep comes and goes, and it always returns. These statements lower the pressure, and lower pressure is one of the most powerful sleep aids we have. Over time, as the brain experiences nights that are less dramatic, the old belief begins to loosen. The bed becomes a place of neutrality again, not a battleground. If you're listening to this while lying awake, here's something important to remember. You are not broken. Your body has not forgotten how to sleep. And the thought, I can't sleep, is not a prophecy. It's a habit. And habits can be changed. Sleep doesn't need to be chased. It just needs permission. And tonight, if sleep takes its time, rest will still happen. Your nervous system is listening. And little by little, the story you tell yourself is becoming kinder and far more accurate. I hope this has been helpful for you. Please remember to touch base with me. Tell me some of your sleep stories. You can reach me at j@somnilopod.com, or you can touch base with me through any of the socials, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And until we meet again, please remember to make sleep a priority. Thanks so much.